So Jay, for our next story, man, when you talk about, oftentimes we start up a story by saying the internet is all a buzz. Well, in this case, it definitely is. Two major influencers, Ashton Hall and IShowSpeed, also known as Speed, were in a foot race, and it was filmed. Ashton Hall, so for those viewers / listeners that may live under a rock, let me get you up to speed a little bit. So Ashton Hall is an influencer. You know, if you see him, my man is cock diesel, always running around with, like, you know, he's got some pretty cool videos, major workout routines and stuff. So you see him, he's ripped, he's cocked, he's ripped, he's all this other shit. And so his brand is about fitness and so on. And a lot of these videos are him running. Right, and dude's fast, no doubt about it. He's fast as hell. Okay, he goes into a foot race with Speed, short for IShowSpeed. Now, to give you some more context, Ashton is probably somewhere on his social media platforms, respectfully, 7 million, 6.5 million, TikTok, Instagram, Speed. 43 million YouTube, 41 or 42 on TikTok and so on, like 35 million. So if you've ever seen the Dick's commercial, which is a sports store, sports goods store, and you see Kevin Durant and Tom Brady, and you see that young black kid on there. He's a young man, but see that young black kid? Well, that's Speed. So it kind of gives you an idea. If he's on the same screen with these goats in the industry, tells you that he is somebody. All right. So they get into a foot race, and Speed wins. To which Ashton was like, no, and had excuses as to why he lost. So they ran again. Speed won.
Again, okay.
And so he contested that, and so they ran again. Speed won.
He contested again?
And then he continued to contest it.
What is he contesting?
You name it. It was everything. They ran again for a fourth time, and Speed won. Again.
He contested.
He contested it.
This
so
is my kind of guy.
It's to the point where IShowSpeed should change his name to Chef Speed, because he was cooking them. He cooked them each time. He just won. So right. So I guess my question, man, is, would Ashton, who is known for being an influencer about speed and his body and so on, like, this is the reason why 6-7 million people a day tune into what his routines and his brand. This is all about his brand. Would this brother have been better off at just taking the one L and then be able to walk away and say, hey, you know what? I tripped at this, whatever it was, versus going back and now having 4 times of him getting smoked by Speed?
Well, listen, I don't really know what to say. First of all, the guy's name is Speed.
That part. Can we start there? Can we start there?
So he should have known by his name that he wasn't going to win, right? I mean, why did they name him Speed? Why did he call himself Speed?
Right.
And I don't really understand the part of what is he contesting. If I'm assuming this was caught on video, right? So
they went from running on the hard ground to running on grass. There was one time where he said he tripped or stepped in a divot or some shit. Like who the hell knows?
Right.
They just went back and forth. And so I don't get it. Listen, Speed, it's everyone that Speed has run against, because this is a part of his shtick.
Right.
He's won every race except one. He raced Noah Lyles. And so they did a 50-yard.
Wow.
They did a 50-yard dash, and Noah won. Yeah. As he should.
Right, of course. Right.
But Noah kind of played with him towards the end, but he didn't blow his doors off. Like, Speed is fast.
Oh, Speed is fast.
Like, and just
yeah.
And I don't listen. Just some people listen.
Yeah.
You and I have talked about this, man. Just some people, the Lord just worked in that lab a little longer than others.
Exactly.
Man, right? Like that's like in addition to having, incredible savvy and luck to have those many followers from gaming and all this other stuff.
Right.
He blessed this dude with unnatural human ability to run fast.
Yeah, I mean, well, I don't know what the hell he's contesting then. If everything is caught on tape and he lost, I mean, I'm trying to think of a way to defend him. I'm trying to be his defense attorney, but I can't think of nothing. I don't have anything.
Yeah, you think he looks worse because he was a sore loser? Because that's what people on the internet are calling him, a sore loser. If he had lost one time, to your point, he lost against Speed. Listen, it's like getting dunked on by like Ant-Man or Michael Jordan back in the day. It happens, right? You go up against the best in the world, it happens. But the fact that he kept contesting and kept getting smoked, I tend to think it might be worse off.
I think it's great that he kept trying.
Oh, Lord.
I think it's great that he kept trying, and it's better to have failed than to never have tried at all. And you have to keep trying, right? Because you never know. He could have beaten him another time. Now, I don't know why he was denying it. It was clear. But maybe he thought the race was, like, shorter than it really was. Maybe he didn't know where the end line was. Maybe he thought that he had a longer distance to maybe make up the time and win the race. Maybe he didn't know the end line.
So they ran 4 times. If they ran 4 times and Ashton won 1 out of 4, what would he have proved? You wouldn't walk away saying that he's faster than Speed.
It wasn't the best out of the best out of 3, 2 out of 3.
Right. It would be an outlier. So what even if he won one
race, yes.
What would he have gained? So to me, I think he was foolish to do it in the first place. When Speed's brand is now at this point, he's not just a gamer, but it's speed. It's how fast he is.
Yes, right.
Ashton's is not just, and he's running in a lot of them, and this dude is fast as hell.
He's still fast too.
Fast as hell.
So both of them are really fast guys.
Really fast.
Yeah.
But he also has the fitness part of it, right?
Yeah.
Like his brand is about, like, I mean, if you see him on the internet, like dude is jacked.
Jacked, right.
Dude is absolutely
more muscular than Speed.
Oh, it's not even close. Speed is just gifted, godlike. There's nothing jacked looking at Speed. He's just a freak.
He's a speedster.
Yeah, just a speedster. Like you. I know you're fast as some people. Like people will sleep on how fast you are. Just some of y'all mofos is just fast. Just for no goddamn reason.
Yeah, like you said, just born that way.
Just born that way. And so Speeds is one of those dudes. Ashton is fast. Like I think you're born with some of that. But he also, you can see from his body, he puts a lot of work into it. His diet, he works out. For me, I think he was foolish to begin with, to even do anything like that, to put anything up against your brand. Maybe how many people may stop following him as a result of like, man, like, you know what I mean?
I think he I was going to ask you, let me ask you this. Was he serious about, like, was he really upset? Was he laughing? Was he joking? Was he
No, he was
serious?
He was serious.
He was real serious about it?
He was serious. And then it wasn't even like,
I thought he was joking. I wasn't if he was
joking.
Nah,
he wasn't joking. And if he was even humble in defeat and said, all right, you got me, but let's try it again, I think it would have been an easier to accept and an easier pill to swallow coming from him. But he was sore loser, making up excuses why he lost. He had every excuse for losing, except for the fact that the person he was running against was faster than him. Right. Like that's the reason. Had nothing to do with the ground or the grass. Had nothing to do with nothing to do with what he brought up.
He's a hater then.
Right. He's a hater. So and it wasn't a good look.
Yeah, but this might work for his social media numbers.
How so?
We're talking about him.
No, well, listen.
I mean, people were talking about him before, but now we're talking about. I mean,
I don't know.
I ain't never heard of these guys before.
Well, you've never heard of them.
I've never heard of these guys before.
Come on, Jay.
I've never heard of these guys.
Jay,
I'm telling you, I've never heard of these guys.
That's not true, Jay.
It is true.
Jay,
you know I don't lie.
Jay,
he doesn't want you to know that I never heard of these guys.
You knowingly don't lie, but you are mistaken a whole bunch of times.
No, I'm not mistaken. I'm never mistaken. I know what I'm saying.
Well,
I know that I don't know who they are.
So you go, I don't lie, and then I'm never mistaken, which is a lie.
No.
You're never mistaken. You're never mistaken.
I know guys like, what's his name, Kai,
you're never mistaken.
Who was doing on the BET Awards with what's his name, Kevin the other day.
You're never mistaken.
Am I never mistaken? We're all mistaken.
Okay, so you lied when you said I'm never mistaken. That's a lie. When you say you never lie.
It's not a lie. It's a misspeak.
So you were mistaken about saying that you're mistaken.
Huh? No.
Right.
No,
Listen, I'm not
you're
gonna,
confusing things.
No,
I
I'm not
simply
going
said I don't even know who these guys are.
Right. And
that's what I simply said.
I said you do, and you said I don't.
But I don't.
And I said you were mistaken.
But you just said I do, and I don't.
No, I said
I do now.
Well, you're mistaken because
okay.
I'm saying you're mistaken because we've talked about speed on this very show. Okay.
Well, I'm not always listening to your ass.
Well,
okay.
That's why I said
so there you go.
Mistaken.
No, but if I don't know them, I don't. It's almost like I found out a few years ago.
Oh Lord.
I don't even know. So this is what it is. I don't know what a walnut is. Right. I don't. I know the name walnut, but if someone put a walnut in front of me and drew the picture instead of walnut, I'd be like, I don't know what that is. I know what a walnut is, but I don't know what a walnut is. I know it's a little confusing, right?
No, listen.
But it is what it is.
I love you for the hot takes.
Well, hey, if that's all I'm good for, I'll take it. Thanks, boss man.
Indeed, please. Speaking of speed, I can't put this topic to bed fast enough.
Yeah, put it to bed, please. Yes.